Halt! Mortals are not permitted within the walls of Holy Sylarn. My pardon, Lord. Receive this key, and with it free passage throughout the shrine of the Flame of Agnan. Alas, we cannot light the flame until we take control of the Altar of Despair from the infernal Maskin. The Armazel Kana would wish to speak to you at once. Proceed through this door to our main encampment at the Altar of Rapture.
My scouts reported no signs of the Maskin in the Underdeep. It's our best chance to take them unawares.
Too risky. It's likely to be a trap. They could cut us to pieces down there if they knew we were coming.
With all due respect, Almaz, I ask that you reconsider. The main passage is strongly defended. Perhaps if you'd allow me to scout further.
Enough! I've made my decision. We will attack down the main passage as planned. The Maskin will not withstand us.
How may I serve? Greetings, stranger. Are you here to help us drive the Maskin out of Sylarn? My scouts recently discovered another way through the ruins to the Altar of Despair. The Armazel Kana wants to assault the altar down the main passage, but the Maskin are expecting us to come that way. They've strongly fortified the main passage against us. If we attacked through the Underdeep, we could take them by surprise. If only Kana would listen to me. An attack down the main passage will end the same as it always does. A glorious defeat. She thinks the Underdeep is a trap. It's true. If the Maskin knew we were coming that way, we wouldn't stand a chance. But I'm convinced the Maskin don't expect us to come that way. If we attacked in full force, we could take the Altar of Despair before they had a chance to react. If only I could make Kana see that. She commands the Oriels here at Sylarn. She has just arrived with reinforcements from Belloc to end this stalemate once and for all. Our home and sanctuary here in the Shivering Isles. The flame is only lit at the command of Sheogorath, from the altars of rapture and despair within the shrine itself. I'm sure that Armazel Kana will be glad to help you once the Maskin are driven from the Altar of Despair. Alas, we have not seen the Altar of Despair for many years. It is in the underground part of Sylarn, which is controlled by the Maskin. The Maskin do not even allow us free passage to worship there, which is one of the many reasons why they are unfit to continue to guard it. It is just there, at the top of these steps. You would pray for the blinding ecstasy, which is the ultimate reward for those in Sheogorath's service? That's what we call ourselves, the most loyal and honorable servants of Sheogorath. The treacherous ones, the dark seducers of ill repute, whose every action drags Sheogorath's holy name through the mud. Go.
This is no place for a mortal. We are about to join battle against the Maskin. You'd best stand aside. My pardon, emissary. I am at your service. We are preparing to sweep the Maskin scum from Sylarn. Perhaps Sheogorath sent you to help us. Only the servants of Sheogorath can light the flame, by kindling the altars of despair and rapture which feed the flame. Alas, we hold only the altar of rapture. The treacherous Mazkin hold the altar of despair. We must control both to light the flame. If you help us seize the altar of despair from the Mazkin, I will be honored to kindle the flame of Agnan for my lord Sheogorath. The flame is fed from the altar of rapture and the altar of... Once we capture the altar of despair... The only way to assault the altar of despair is down the main passage between the two altars. It will be difficult. The Mazkin have fortified their position, but I am confident that with your help, we can defeat them. Will you help us retake the altar of despair and drive the Mazkin out of Sylarn once and for all? Ah, Miral's beloved surprise attack. A perfect example of why males do not hold command positions. He has failed to consider the risks of his plan. If the Mazkin have prepared an ambush along that route, we would be slaughtered. We're better off storming the main passage, where our superior strength and blade work can come into play. Are you ready to help us destroy... That's an excellent idea. They cannot refuse entry to an emissary of Lord Sheogorath. Return at once when you have their deployments. This could make all the difference. For Sheogorath's glory.
Sheogorath's blessings upon you.
What is it, emissary? The counterpart to the Altar of Despair. Rapture is currently held by the Ariels in their complacency, but that will soon change. Our rivals, the so-called Golden Saints. One day, Sheogorath will finally recognize their bull-headed stupidity and expel them from the realm. The holy flame can only be lit from the altars of despair and rapture. Alas, you should speak to the Grakedric Ulfri at once. She will be glad of your help to rid Sylarn of the... You know us as Dark Seducers, a name given us by our enemies. But we are the Mazkin. She is the Grakedric, commander of the Mazkin here at Sylarn. She has never... Walk with our Lord. What is it, Emma? We hold the Altar of Despair. Continue down the corridor if you wish to meditate there upon... Walk with our Lord. Sheogorath's glory. The altar of rapture will be ours. The altar of rapture will be ours.